Hi, welcome to AFTV. I got Robbie with me. We've just lost 2-1 to RC Lens here at the Stade Bollaert de Lise. Robbie, I've been waiting for you. This is the one person I did want to see and have a conversation with because you titled the last video, Rest Saka, are you mad? You said start Saka. I asked you, even if he's 100% fit, would you start him? You said, but Arteta said he's 100% fit. We know Arteta's prone to lying. We've just heard as well, Arteta said it's not looking good for Saka. Was it right decision?
Well, listen, what did I say? I said, if he's 100% fit, he starts. He's our best player. You know what I mean? Let me just rewind it back, right? When we was coming to this game, I told you, I told Lee, I told Julian, I told everybody in the car, don't take these games lightly. This is a Champions League. Yeah? When everybody's at rest this man, or rest this, rest that. Look at how hard a game this was tonight. Look at the atmosphere in there. Big up to Lens. Crazy atmosphere in the place. This is what you're going to get in these type of games. Welcome to the Champions League again, Arsenal. This is what it's all about. You come to places like this, for them, this is like a cup final. Arsenal roll into town, it's like the biggest game they've probably played here, apart from playing PSG in years, right? So they're up for it. We could see it earlier on with their fans. So when fans, and when anybody who's got that attitude that you can rest this player and rest that player because it's only Lens, well, this is what you get. If he's 100% fit, now I don't know.
Yeah, but
I'm not old.
they would have known.
Wait a minute.
They would have known.
Wait a minute, because you're making assumptions. You don't have the facts. Yeah, I don't have the facts. You don't have the facts. All we can go off is what the manager has said. He's 100% fit. If he's hold on. If he's own
it as they're saying in the back.
No. It's not an own it thing. If Bukayo Saka, who is our best player, is 100% fit, he starts. Bellingham, when he's at Real Madrid, if he's 100% fit, he starts. Right? If you've got your best player, he starts. He's come off injured. From what I'm seeing from Arteta's saying that he went to do a back heel in the game and he had a muscular injury. Not what we were saying before, earlier in the game, he got kicked on his ankles at the weekend. It's got nothing to do with that. He's saying it's a muscular injury. So that's a different injury to even the injury that we were thought that he had at the weekend.
But he looked off it from the beginning, though. From what you saw.
Yeah, he said he went to back heel. This is what Mikel Arteta's saying. And he's closer to him than us.
I trusted
He
man.
said he went to, well, listen.
I know that's all we can go off. I know.
Let's believe you. Have you spoken to Saka today?
Well,
are you in there to see? Or
we watched. We saw.
I'll tell you what.
He looked off
let's
it.
ask Lee Judges. He's just come out of the change rooms. You know what I mean? Listen. As I know. Listen,
he was injured.
he's injured. He's injured now.
Overplayed.
He's injured now. But I'm not with this thing. The season's just started. We played 8 games, right? And Bukayo Saka was rested in the Carabao Cup game the other day. These are huge games. Saka should be playing in these games. Unfortunately, he's come off injured. But even with him coming off injured, the other players who come on needed to do more, right? We did not do enough in the game to win it. I don't think probably we deserve to lose it, but we didn't do enough.
Was Arteta right to rest Ben White today?
Listen, we don't know the circumstances around Ben White and why he rested him and if there was a little injury or whatever, or I don't know, right? But he decided not to start him. Tomiyasu was doing okay. Who knows? Who really knows right now?
Listen, it's a tough one to take today because I think a lot of fans expected us, which we do every now and then, we expect us to win this game. What was wrong with you? What was wrong with Arsenal today? What do you think was wrong with the performance?
I just think it was a little bit slow today.
Losing to RC Lens. What was it down to, say? What's going wrong
Do you know what?
today?
Just before I do that, right, because obviously we had to stop because so many fans were walking past and they were leading them out. I have to say the organisation today, the fans in Lens, fantastic. Great atmosphere, unbelievable atmosphere. Credit to those fans. The organisation here today, poor.
Horrendous.
Poor. It's been poor. At the start of the game, fans, were sent to pick up tickets at one place and the tickets were in a completely different area. You know what I mean? At the end of the game now, there's fans waiting to go out one way. They've been standing there for nearly an hour and a half. Now they've been sent another way out. Come on, they've got to get this right, man. You know what I mean? This, and I don't want to criticise the French, right? But this is a couple of times now in France when they're doing events. where it's not been organised right. You know what I mean? You've got to organise these events and these games properly. You know what I mean? Because
the Champions League is the first
and then fans start to get frustrated. You know what I mean? That's one thing. That's one thing I find in Europe. I don't know. They don't. It's like they don't know how to deal properly with away fans.
We still can't leave now. Right? We still can't leave now.
The cars are
still waiting.
You know what I mean? You know, and I know they're trying to keep fans apart. They're trying to stop problems. I haven't really seen any problems today, although an Arsenal fan said to me earlier that he kind of got jumped out. Yeah. But I haven't really seen lots and lots of issues. But the organisation must be better because fans get frustrated and it leads to unnecessary problems. But going back to the game, sorry. Yeah. You know, and then sorry, you know, the other thing I've got to mention as well, the whole ticketing situation. There's a lot of frustrated fans because there's a lot of fans who used to travel to these away games. You can't get a ticket now, and I do think they need to look into how they're doing that ticketing, but that's a bigger issue.
Yeah, it's a big issue. We have to. It's good that you spoke about it though, because I've been here with you. It has been a problem.
So a lot of people have been moaning about it today, and you know, I think something does have to. I think listen, whenever change comes in, and something's been set for a long time in one way, nobody really likes it, but I do feel that it needs to be looked at because there's a lot of unhappy fans today.
Yes, it's the Champions League. People have been waiting to come back into this competition. It's got to be run better, especially today. Back to it though, Arsenal seems like fans said we've just got a plan A. It seems like we've run out of ideas. Yeah. It's this low block. What was wrong today, Rob?
I heard that fan earlier, and he's right. You know, what I mean, we just had a plan A today. It was all about passing and trying to, we didn't pick the ball up and drive it enough. I only really saw Declan Rice doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't see enough players taking people on, and they defended really, really well, and we couldn't break them down. And I just felt that fan was right. We didn't have a plan B today, and there was a lot of players below par. Yeah. And I was surprised because we got off to such a good start, and we looked like we were in control. And let's remember, away from home this season, we've been brilliant. Yeah. We haven't even conceded a goal until tonight. Now we go and concede 2. So it's really disappointing tonight, but we got to take it. We got to take the L. We kind of got lucky because Sevilla and PSV drew, so we're still second in the group. I do believe when we get Lens at home, I think we'll beat them. You know what I mean? I think we'll beat most of these teams in this group at home, but it puts a bit of pressure on us now.
Why will we beat them at home, do you think? Because
I don't know.
The atmosphere is really good.
Yeah.
Is that the difference, though? Because they weren't a bad side.
No, they played very, very well. And, you know what I mean? And I sort of sounded the alarm bells because I saw their game against Strasbourg on Friday, and they were decent, you know what I mean? So, and this is the Champions League, man. And it's the Champions League, if you get caught slipping,
get punished.
And we got caught slipping tonight, and we got punished for it. And I don't know, I'm not too sure if we probably deserved to lose outright because we had chances. That big one with Tomiyasu that I think he should have buried, or maybe if it had fallen to a striker, he should have buried. But we've been punished. We've been punished for our mistakes. Same like Tottenham. We're making a bit too many of those mistakes. And we're getting, and at the moment we're getting punished for all of them. So we've got to cut those out. No way can we do those mistakes on Sunday against Man City. We all know what the outcome's going to be.
Well, that's my next question, Rob. You now, how are you feeling as a fan? It's City on Sunday. I think the fans I spoke with, everyone was kind of. They were overlooking this game. They obviously they understood it's Champions League. We've got to get a result here, but everyone was kind of saying the big game is Sunday. So
that was a mistake. No, never overlook the game that's in front of you. This was a huge game. We needed to really win this game. We didn't. Puts a bit of pressure on us now coming into the weekend because we're not unbeaten no more. We're not coming in with this great record, although we're unbeaten in the Premier League. But City have lost their last couple of games. They've got a Champions League game tomorrow, obviously. They've got injuries. We've got injuries now. You know what I mean? It's an even shootout, man. At the weekend, it's like whoever comes and plays the best is going to win. And we know that they're a top quality team. How are we going to be able to cope without Saka? We're going to have to find a way. The other players are going to have to step up.
Are you confident though? It's at home?
It's a tough game, man. You can never... Listen, we haven't beaten them for a very long time. They've beaten us home and away. Yeah. They've had it over us, right? And I think it's a huge game where we could be missing some of our key players. No Martinelli and no Saka is a big miss. We could have done with their pace out wide tonight. But listen, Man City have had to cope with injuries. They've had no Stones, they've had no, De Bruyne. We're going to have to cope as well. So we're at home. The fans are going to be right behind the team. Let's go out there and turn in a great performance and try and get the win.
You answered that question very well. But I said, are you confident? He went all the way around. We have to try and get a win.
Because you cannot be 100% confident when it comes to Man City, because they are the best side right now around. They won this competition pretty easily last season. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but we can win. Wolves beat them. Why can't we?